Hey everybody! In this video, I'm just starting off by blocking out my eyebrows. Today's look's gonna be a fantasy look, and here I am just using the purple glue stick. Everybody who you ask says to use the purple glue stick. It's the one that literally should be sponsored by RuPaul's Drag Race. And through trial and error and looking up what other people's techniques are, I finally broke down and got a metal comb for my eyebrows, and then I smoothed it out with a little bit of water, waited for it to dry, and then went in with a sponge and some Coty Airspun powder just to take away the shininess and kind of block them out a little bit. And then I just go back and forth with the powder and the glue. Really stamp the powder into your eyebrows, make sure that it's nice and flat. And then I dust off the excess with a fluffy brush. Here I'm just going back in with a second layer of glue. The eyebrows still had some open spots in between the hairs that I wanted to fill in with some glue. And then it was taking a while to dry, so I grabbed a hairbrush or a hairdryer rather, and went to town a little bit. Here's more powder. Blocking out your eyebrows is just a repeat of the same few steps over and over until you're happy with how it looks. I was pretty proud of how flat I got my eyebrows to be at the end of all of this. Dust away the excess. And then I went in with my Mayron Paradise paints. I had the Gypsy Shrine palette, and I went in with the aqua color and buffed that all over my face. I'm still getting a hang of getting a nice even coat with the paint. I think this blue color was a little more forgiving than some other colors I've used, but it still came out looking a little streaky, forgive me. Definitely a little tricky around the mouth area there. I couldn't seem to get a nice even coat of paint, and then I'd go back in and putting more on would wipe off what I already had on. And then definitely struggle a little bit painting my shoulders. That triangle area where your neck connects to your shoulders shows more on camera than it does in person. I really thought that I had done a good job painting myself here, and then it looks all patchy, and you can see my skin from the back of my shoulders, so I apologize for that, but I tried my best. Maybe I'm not using the right brush for this. I'm just using this little kabuki brush that I got off of Shop Miss A. I was thinking about picking up the Made You Look brushes, but they were sold out when I looked at them. And I couldn't wait, all year for them to come in stock, so I just made do with what I had. And then here I'm just taking a wig cap. I found this one at Spirit Halloween, and it's the long-haired wig cap. So it's made out of the same materials like fishnet stockings. And I dipped into the darker blue in my Mayron palette and started hollowing out my face a little bit with this pattern, under the cheeks, temples. Just trying to bring some texture into the face, and you'll see what it looks like when I pull it off. I look like a guppy. I went in with some white cream paints here, and then I decided that I didn't like how the highlights turned out, so I kind of blended them away after I took the bald cap off my head, or the wig cap off to my face. And here's the reveal. Da 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 da. That's how you get a really easy fish scale look. But when I was trying to blend out the white cream paint, I kind of lost some spots of blue on my face. And then I tried to do it like on my chest area, but I didn't realize how hard it was going to be to hold the fabric open and paint. I did my best. I think this would do a lot easier if you had somebody to help you. You get the reverse of an Oompa Loompa. And there, I just gave up on trying to use the wig cap for texture and just shaded with the blue on my shoulders anyways. And then I went in and I filled in my hairline a little bit. There were some bald patches where the hair meets my forehead. And then here I'm taking the Glam Light Donut palette and I'm dipping into the highlighter, and also I was using the black in my Mayron palette and painting in some eyebrows. I blocked out my eyebrows because I just kind of wanted to do thin early 2000s eyebrows. I don't know, this is my interpretation of a sea creature, whether you want to be like a siren or a mermaid. Tried my best. I was kind of bummed about this look because I had picked out some really cool contacts for it, and then I went through the trouble of putting one in, and then when I opened the case to look at the other one, it was ripped from shipping, so I couldn't wear them, and I really think that would have pulled the look together. It's unfortunate that I couldn't put them in for this video, but I made do with my natural brown eyes. And then I'm just dipping into my James Charles palette, using the dark blue and some of the purple in that. I don't care too much about the quality of the shadows in the James Charles palette, so I tend to use it for SFX makeup. And then here I'm doing a little bit of shading on my nose and the little dips on the outer edges of my mouth. I thought it looked kind of fishy and cute. And then I picked up this Stila liquid shadow in the shade Mystic, and it was a little separated in the bottle, but I thought I'd try it out on my eyelids for that extra shiny look. I don't know, I'm a little disappointed in the shadow because it's separated, and I don't really know if there's any salvaging it at this point. If you guys have any idea how to mix it, give me an idea in the comments. I couldn't use like a ball bearing because the shadow was really thick, so if I'd put it in there I'd never get it out and it would just stick to the bottom of the bottle. There, I didn't really like how the Stila shadow was looking, so I went back in with the donut palette and added more shimmer. Always add more shimmer. Highlighted my face all over the place, and I thought it started to look really shiny and pretty. I packed some of that shimmer shade on the inner corner of my eyelids. Then I went in with my Anastasia Moonchild palette, and I hit the cheekbones with the blue shade in the palette. One of the few times that a colored highlighter would be appropriate. But who cares? Makeup is just fun, right? And then I picked up a glitter liner that I had bought off of Shop Miss A. If you want to know which one it is, go watch my video using Full Face of Shop Miss A. It's the same one I use in that one. Just to add more shininess to my eyelids because I wasn't happy with how that Stila shadow looked. And then I'm checking my phone because my boyfriend texted me. And I'm looking around for what pair of eyelashes I wanted to wear. I think the biggest pair that I might own is this Glamlight pair. Then I just went in with a LA Girl blue cream eyeliner and filled in my waterline a little bit. And then I darkened up under my eyes with a little bit more eyeshadow. Went back in and did the outer corners of my lips again. And here I'm just putting the glue on the eyelashes. I know it's a tedious process. I couldn't get this one to stick on the inner corner. Probably gonna have to soak them a little bit to get the glue off of them because they're getting a little crispy. You know, they don't wanna they don't wanna bend so much anymore. But that's all right. And then I just repeat those steps on the other side, get the other eyelash on. How I like to do it is I stick the middle on and then I tweak the ends so that they sit where I want them to. I know some people say stick the inner corner in first and then follow your lash band with it. It really depends on how you want your eyelashes to sit on your eyes, how you're going to put them on. And here I'm just looking for my shimmery eyeshadow palette of ColourPop single shadows. Well, they're not really single shadows, but I went in with the icy blue color out of the Blue Moon palette, and I added that to the eyelids as well, because I still wasn't happy with how shiny they were. And here I'm going in with some lipsticks from a company that shall not be named. If you get that reference, then you probably know what products they were, but yeah, it was a pretty good match for the color story, and you know, there's no point in throwing the products out, even though I don't support the company anymore, because they're still usable, and I spent money on them. But I did an ombre look with blue lipsticks. And then I went in with my Pinky Rose Cosmetics glitter palette, and I dipped into a white kind of glitter and added that to the center of my lips, just to be shiny AF. Didn't really show up in the video, but it looked pretty in person. Well, you can kind of see it, but man, that highlight is so bright. Alright, and then I'm gonna pop on a wig and come back for the finished look. Oh, that's right, I painted in some gills. You couldn't really see it when you were looking forward, but I was trying to be a fish. And there's the finished look with the wig. I hope you enjoy the video, and I hope you enjoy the rest of my Halloween tutorials for 2020. Have a great day, everybody!